Good afternoon, ladies, and thank you for joining us in Far Above Rubies today. The couple that we're going to examine their relationship is Isaac and Rebekah. Isaac and Rebekah are the parents of Jacob and Esau. And your reading challenge is going to be Genesis chapter 27. Now, for just a short moment, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of being on the same page as your spouse or your significant other if you're not yet married. These two parents raised twin boys. They each had different strengths. Their family was a beautiful thing, even though there was some healthy rivalry between their boys. And yet, there came a point in their relationship, in Isaac and Rebekah's relationship, that they were no longer on the same page for the future of their family. And because of this, they caused strife, they caused separation, they caused estrangement, they caused bitterness, they caused their sons to be at odds with one another for many, many years. And I can only imagine what this did for the remainder of their relationship, even though at the point at which you're reading, Isaac is near his death. In this story, Isaac is near his death, and he's getting ready to bless his eldest son Esau with a blessing, a birthright. And Rebekah overhears this, and she schemes a plan with Jacob, but it's her idea to make Jacob be the one that is blessed and given the birthright of his father. Now, you'll read the story in Genesis chapter 27, so I won't delve too deeply into that. But what I want to talk to you about for just a short moment is this. Ladies, it is so important, it is so dire that we be on the same page as our spouse for our family, for our marriage, and for the future going forward of those relationships. If you have a spouse that is maybe antagonistic, maybe they don't serve the Lord, or maybe they don't serve the Lord the way that they should, I know that this notion can be very difficult for a godly praying woman. How do you get on the same page as your spouse who really doesn't want to or doesn't care to get on the same page for the decisions you make and the leadership of your marriage and your family? And the answer is prayer. My sweet friend, you can accomplish more through prayer than you can through 100 years of nagging your spouse to do the things that you desire him to do. You can take your spouse to the Lord day in and day out and say, God, I need you to talk to him. I heard one pastor's wife put it like this: your husband, that's his kid. Let him deal with his kid, okay? Take your spouse, your husband, even if he serves the Lord and you guys are going through a rough spot in your relationship and not on the same page, take your spouse to the Lord. Say, God, this is what I feel you desire us to do. This is what I feel, this is the direction we need to be going in our family, and I need you to help me and my husband and I to get on the same page. Dive into the word, dive into prayer. Bring your husband to the Lord daily. Bring him to the Lord daily. You will be amazed at the effect it will have on your relationship and your marriage. Spare your marriage and your family many heartaches and hardships down the road by getting on the same page as your spouse. If your spouse is serving the Lord, if they're not opposed to being on the same page as you, you need to open the lines of communication. Open the lines of communication. You need to talk to your spouse about what you feel in your spirit, what you feel when you pray, what you feel the Lord speaking to you in your prayer time and in your reading of the word. We need to be submitted to our husbands. We need to be submitted to our husbands, but we need to communicate what we feel the Lord is sharing in us to him, okay? How can you get on the same page as one another if you lack communication? And this is maybe a really practical devotional today, but I pray that it blesses you. I pray that you go and read Genesis chapter 27 and see what it looks like to not be on the same page as your husband. And if you maybe even want to read on further, see the consequences that Isaac and Rebekah dealt with in their lives. I love you all. If no one's told you lately, you are loved and cherished. You are valuable. You have worth, my sweet friend, and that worth is far above rubies. I will see you all tomorrow, and God bless you.